think, yeah, it's recording. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. The sun's starting to come out. I was hoping for some fog. We're going to go into Gib today, but only for a short visit. It's quite interesting. You made a video this morning that was absolutely gridlocked, the traffic, all the way back as far as we could see. Almost all to the Hong Kong Walk, which is a long queue. And Graham came out and he filmed it all, very short film. If you go and look on his channel, I'll put a link in the description. And 17 minutes after he'd uploaded it, the traffic just freed up. It all just suddenly started speeding up. Now we have a webcam up there on the hotel and they watch us. And certain people subscribe to the channel locally who are in the know. And I found that very interesting. I've never seen that queue clear. Never ever, not in all these years, I've never seen that queue clear so quickly.
Normally when it's that gridlock that early, it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's almost as if somebody was watching and thinking, holy shit, I hope nobody's filming the naughtiness that's going on down here at the border, and telephone calls were made. It really is. I'm astonished. I've never, in 10 years being in this marina, I've never seen that before.
Let's hope things improve. I'm going to get in out the sun.
Yeah,
because
yeah. And then we're gonna walk in. It's only a quick appointment today, and then the biggies tomorrow. Confession: I have bought Finding Freedom, Funding Freebies. I bought it online a couple of days ago. Arrived yesterday. I've read half of it, and I'm gonna. It's not a difficult read. It's not a great read. But I wanted to buy it again for historical purposes, and I wanted to read it now, after so much has happened, to make comparisons. And it's very interesting looking on it in retrospect. And obviously tomorrow we'll be in the hospital, so we like something to read and laugh at. That's going to be the medicine of the day, although I'll probably have finished reading it by this afternoon. And then I'm going to do a bit of a review. It's very interesting because, as we all know, Meghan collaborated. So I figure this is the best way to see life through her eyes, through her strange perspective. And I can actually see the bits that Omid and Carolyn wrote, and I can see the sentences and paragraphs that Meghan wrote. It's fascinating. And there's also a few little faux pas. As I've often said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get out the sun. Even though it's misty, it's already getting quite intense. I try not to fall off the boat as I go. Yes, people always reveal more than they intend, don't they? About their characters and about themselves. No matter how hard they try. I was watching, obviously I've been watching Wally's videos like crazy, and there was one she did a while ago where she was saying, you know, when you see people and they just seem nice all the time, it's fake, because none of us are. None of us, you know, we all have our bad days, we all have our off days. So when you see people in the media and stuff, I know it's their job to be happy and smiley and stuff, but you know what I mean? Sometimes they're just, and there's a lot in that Finding Freedom. I'm not encouraging any of you to buy it. Don't worry, I'll take the hit. I'm happy to take the hit on this one. It is kind of fascinating. And to a certain extent, I think Omid himself sort of believed the bullshit. It's very interesting. And it's also, I know Lady C did big reviews at the time. But at the time she did it, we didn't know, even this is too hot actually, at the time she did it, we didn't know all of what was going to go down in the future. You know, none of us are fortune tellers, none of us have a time machine. And I've noticed big comparisons. This is the biggest thing that's come away for me, between Meghan's first marriage to Trevor Ingleton and her current one to Harry. There are striking similarities, which I will share with you my thoughts later today, because we've got the whole day off together, apart from just this quick appointment this morning, haven't we?
I've got to go to the post office.
Yes, going to the post office.
I've got a parcel for someone special in America.
Okay, don't show anybody's address. No. Oh my goodness. doxing people by accident. Yeah, and also it's very interesting. I've sort of folded pages and I've written things in the book to highlight things, and the way he depicts history. And remember the kick-off, Princess Michael and the Blackamoor brooch, he makes reference to the Moors. Now, we live in Moorish territory here. Spain is an incredibly diverse country, and each region has its things, you know, they're famous for their things. But when you come down this area in Andalusia, and also Gibraltar has an enormous influence, there's a very, oh, it's just lovely. The shape of the buildings, you probably noticed in our house, we have lots of arches. That's very Moorish influence. Deep baths, mosaic tiles. There are certain areas, you know, you almost feel like you're in Morocco. It's not, and it is, but there's that influence. So, and as Graham's explained in his video today, there's been fights over the Rock of Gibraltar going on hundreds of years, not just between the British and the Spanish. The Moors invaded Spain, and they went quite a long way. I think they went all the way up to Granada, didn't they, Graham?
I don't know how far they got. They definitely got up to Granada. Well, yeah, the Alhambras in Granada.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
They went much further than that. They went to Valencia, I know, the old Cid.
Joking.
They may even have got
like
as far as France. I don't know. I don't know enough about that.
So they were very, very successful at invading. And one of the places they had was, as Graham explains, the guy was called Tariq, and the word for mountain is Gibraltar. So Gibraltaric, which became Gibraltar. So Gibraltar has it's got the Moorish castle. It's got a huge Moorish influence. So when Omid Scobie crams Moorish history into one sentence, I'm like, okay, I'm here for this, boy. I'm here for this. A Blackamoor, what now? So we're going to talk about things like that as well. And I know Lady C has explained extensively. So yeah, it's going to be like picking apart funding freebies and the motivations behind the book, because now I'm looking at it in retrospect. As they say, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I'm seeing all kinds of little motivations in that book, and I haven't finished it yet. The part I've got up to now, everything's just cushy, it's beginning to kick off. But I don't suspect that in the book he's going to depict any actual kickoffs. It's basically lining up defences for things that she knew damn well was going to come out. So I'll see you later for that, and I expect you'll do a bit of video on the way to the hospital as well, won't you?
We may well do a few videos today, hopefully.
Okay.
Feeling a lot better today. I was going to do videos yesterday, but I just really wasn't up to it. I just finished up going to bed, so sorry guys. What can I say? But when I can, I will, for sure.
Much better today. See you later. Thank you very much for listening.